Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Nexus, the Jupiter Incident.
According to the data we downloaded from the Shukenja base, the only research that went on there involved small-time basic projects. The main research base was established near Pluto, using spare components from the Shukenja Alpha Station. Our analysts speculate that alien technologies were researched on Shukenja Beta, hence the ship we captured. The orbits of Jupiter and Pluto are close to opposite at present. The distance between them is almost 6,000 million kilometers. I'm sure you're aware with our current drive technology, the journey would take almost 4 years. However, if we use the alien ship, it would take only a few weeks. As soon as we have finished studying the engines and the basics of controlling her, we intend to send an expedition to the Shukenja Beta. Captain, I am relieving you from your command of the Stiletto and assigning you to command the Angel Wing on the Pluto expedition. Your task is the same as it was at the Shukenja Alpha. Enter the base and collect information. The crew of the Stiletto will be transferred to the new ship, along with some of our best specialists in the field. Professor Veltman will head your science team. He has been the lead scientist at the Motyan Institute for 5 years now. He is an expert in quantum physics, has a PhD in transplanetary philosophy, and is Earth's leading authority on parahuman logic, non-linear reasoning, and AI psychology.
Excellent. So we now have our new ship, the Angel Wing. We no longer have the ships that we had in previous mission since, well, as has been said, they're not fast enough. If we go to information, no, I don't think it'll be there. Yeah, we have an interplanetary drive, which is why we only have one ship, because only one ship has it. So the Angel Wing is currently empty in terms of components, and we have 14 resources in order to fit it out. Now, I've gone through this several times on what I want, and what I want is I want some laser guns, because they're pretty useful. I want some Gatling cannons for attacking hull, and then I want, let's see, we want an ECM, or do we? So an ECM basically reduces the chance of enemies hitting us, right? However, a sensor array would increase the range of our sensors. Now, I'm going to go with an ECM. Other people may go for something else, but I'm going to go with an ECM basically because if we can avoid getting hit, then we don't have to take damage. I know that sounds a bit weird, but whatever. We're also going to install a flak system to deal with fighters and an energy cell to allow us to use support energy. Now, the more energy cells and the more powerful energy cells we have, the more support energy we can use to overcharge things, which is pretty good. I believe, yeah, we've got a weapon generator. We've got, do we have a support generator? I don't believe we can add one. No, we can't add a support generator. Interesting. Well, we'll have to find some way of adding a support generator in. So yeah, that's the configuration. I mean, we could add some more squadrons. We didn't get the ones from our last mission, so my micromanaging of that end was unnecessary. We still have Space Marines though. Yeah, we're gonna go with this, and we should be good. So let's begin the mission. Anytime now.
Kissaki Beta is within visual range, sir. We are also detecting an unidentified object close to it, and something else, too. A wormhole. Sir, this is unbelievable. No wormhole has been detected in our solar system since the Noah catastrophe. Please, sir, we have a duty to inspect it immediately. The regular sensors are unable to get a lock on it. Sir, I think there's something else you should see. It's an unidentified artificial object. No energy emissions, no signs of life. Perhaps the scanner will shed some light on it. The station seems abandoned. What shall we inspect first, sir? The station, the wormhole, or the alien object?
Okay then, we have several things to scan, and we now have the ability to scan things, hence data scanner. We can read all of this tutorial's nonsense, but I've got the gist of it already. You can pause at the relevant moments in order to do anything.
Aye, aye, sir.
We're going to go to the wormhole first. Yeah, so if we look here, we've got 5 weapons. Weapons, quotation. We've got data scanner, which scans things using the recon button,
Aye, aye, sir.
which we have had unlocked with our other ships, but they haven't had data scanners, so they do nothing. We've got an ECM for when we need that, so we can turn that on. However, I believe...
Support energy low. Device powering down.
Yeah, we don't have enough support energy, so what we need to do is we need to overcharge support in order to activate the ECM. Which is okay, we have support energy. Well, no, we have spare supply.
In position.
Yeah, so you should begin to scan, right? Or not.
Affirmative.
There we go. As you can see at the top right, we've got a secret bar. Once that's filled, we've completely scanned the object. Now, these platforms aren't firing on us, but that may be because we don't have the range on them. If we look at these...
Extraordinary. This is the very same wormhole that collapsed 60 years ago at Mars, when we lost the Noah. I suppose it is where the aliens came from as well. My father perished, along with thousands of settlers. It was the biggest disaster of the space age. This time, the fissure in space is wider. If only we could have a look at the other side. Forget it. That is not our objective. Maybe next time.
Okay, so once we've scanned the wormhole, we can use it to go through. But we're not here to do that. I mean, we might do later, but we've got to scan the base we've got to see what's inside the Shukenja beta. We're also going to scan this artificial object.
Sir. We should proceed with caution.
Yeah, these platforms aren't currently on. And we're going to game the system slightly once we've scanned this object.
Sir, the object is absorbing the majority of our energy beams and re-emitting them as light. Should we carry on with our scanning?
Yeah, sure. This will give us some more information about what it is. And we all want the information.
Complete.
Most
Scientific
interesting.
analysis.
It is undoubtedly of alien origin, but I have no idea what its purpose might be. It absorbs all kind of energy, and its mass cannot be determined. In one instant, it shifts from 0 to infinite. Does it have any similarities with our ship? No, it is definitely different. There is no sign of component parts, no airlock, no navigational devices. We cannot even detect a weapon. It is made from unknown materials, and its structure is solid and homogeneous. Our commanders could take a closer look. I do not recommend it, sir. It is too dangerous.
And for that reason, we're not going to. What we are going to do instead is game the system slightly. Now, what I want to do is I want to... No, not load. Save. Right. Just in case I get this wrong, we're going to save. Because that's going to make it fun. Now, these platforms, they're currently inoperative. And what we can do is we can destroy them. Right?
Yes, sir.
We can destroy them without them attacking us.
Yes, sir.
Right, so we can go around and we can destroy each individual platform. This removes them from the playing field later on in the mission. So we're going to do that.
Affirmative.
So, pretty good. Now, what I'm wondering is why there is an 11 next to Gate Alpha and there's a 2 next to Shukenja and there's a 5 and a 5. Maybe it's the size of the base? I don't know. It's very confusing sometimes. Yeah, so we're going to go round the base to destroy the other platform. You know, if this thing decides to pathfind whatsoever. Now, I could give support energy to the engines, but that's not necessary. Because we're in range of the platform, and with that platform destroyed, we complete a secondary objective. Right.
Understood.
In position.
Right, let's hold. Yeah, so now all we need to do is we need to scan the base.
Understood.
Target hides special information.
There are no signs of life. The life support systems are inoperative. The energy supplies are active. All communication channels are quiet, even the automated channels as well. It seems that somebody has disabled them, sir.
I stopped scanning by
Aye,
accident.
sir.
Wasn't meant to do that. I wanted to stop the ship from, you know, moving, because that's just going to make things annoying.
Captain, we have found what we were searching for. There is a structure beneath the surface of the asteroid. It is 10 million cubic meters. It is made from materials similar to our ship. This must be what the Kissaki discovered. It's why they established the station here. We have to find out what is down there and what became of the crew.
So, what we can do now is we can deploy the commandos. However, as you may have guessed by the wormhole being there and the ability to go through the wormhole, well, let's just say things don't go well for us.
Affirmative.
So I'm going to start moving towards the wormhole immediately, just in case we need to leave at a moment's notice.
Commandos dispatched.
There you go.
Aye, aye, sir.
Right,
In position.
we'll stop here. It's fine. And now we just look at the commando squad, which is docked at the base.
We've arrived, sir. We're moving in.
The target.
Army! My suit decompresses! Repeat my suit! Ah! What are you doing? Cease fire! He went off by himself. Hey, Sasha! Hey, look out!
Are returning.
So, they were getting shot. I returned them.
Sir! Our equipment turned against us! It was like a virus had infected it!
The commandos can actually die in there, and it's fine, you know? So, let the fun begin.
The unidentified object. It's moving. Sir, the unidentified object has opened fire at us. Structural integrity is at 80%, and the IP drive has been rendered inoperative. We can't survive many more shots like that. What happened? Report. Sir, the computer is activating unknown devices. Someone has broken into the system. Our ship is locked in an energy field. Sensor efficiency is decreasing. The object's energy level is increasing. I think it's going to fire.
I am Tenshi, lead scientist of the station, 4th generation artificial intelligence. I activated the protective shield of the ship. Listen to me. Do not shoot back.
Why should I trust the program? The other station's AI went out of control.
I am not a program. I will explain later. For now, you will just have to trust me. Your only chance is the wormhole. It cannot follow you there. I can only keep it away from the ship's system for a limited amount of time. It has killed everyone aboard the station and will kill everyone here as well.
Are our computers under attack? We have a multitude of anomalous readings, sir, but I am not sure how to categorize them. What should we do? I'm awaiting orders.
Captain, it's absorbing the energy of the scanner beams. Stop the data scanner.
This object consists only of photons. It absorbs any energy, including scanner beams. Its structure is unstable, its mass unquantifiable. It's 0 1 second, infinite the next. Its movement seems to contradict the laws of physics. It is using unknown, non-reactive propulsion. It is faster than any ship I have ever known.
Good, right. So, just to pause here, dramatic music aside, yeah, so I may have to explain a bit of stuff, you know, if the music would stop being dramatic. Yeah, so this thing, we could scan it again. Now, Angel said that we shouldn't scan it, so I stopped scanning, but we received some new information about it. Ooh. Now, the problem is that if I had continued much longer, the Angel Wing would have taken too much damage and would lose the mission, which has happened several times when I'm trying to do this. Now, I've just burnt all our support energy to make sure that we have a shield up and running, so that we don't die, right? So we no longer have support energy, which is a shame. So, oh well.
He's trying to break into the ship's systems. I cannot hold it back for long. We must enter the wormhole. We have 4 minutes.
Let's do so then.
Warning. Shield down.
There are some things no amount of academy training can prepare you for. Flying into an unexplored wormhole on the advice of an alien AI is definitely one of them. My instincts said we could trust Angel, and besides, what choice did we have? Angel claimed that she was the leading scientist at the Shukenja base. It was attacked and destroyed by a superior AI somehow connected with the strange machine we fled from. Puzzled by the few scraps of information we had, I wondered what we might encounter on the other side. What we found was beyond my wildest imagination. Marcus Cromwell, Captain's Log, 0109-2112. Our arrival in this new world proved peaceful, until the alarms went off. Alien ships appeared in front of us, backed up by an apparently well-armed space station. Fearing we'd fallen into a trap, crewmen armed their consoles and prepared to open fire. Imagine our confusion when we noticed a sign on the side of the closest ship that read Marco Polo. Project Noah, remembered on Earth as one of the worst catastrophes to befall humankind, was in fact a success. The wormhole that the settlers used when they departed did indeed collapse, but the ship, Noah's Ark, survived. My father and his crew reached their destination and established a colony. Though they lost all contact with Earth, they have found new allies. An immensely advanced, somewhat unusual race known as the Vardrags. Though I call them allies, in truth the relationship is less balanced. Despite their technological prowess, the Vardrags seem to lack the stomach for war, while their enemies, on the other hand, positively relish it. The inherent aggression of our race segued conveniently with their plans. In exchange for technological assistance, the settlers of the Noah became mercenaries in the Vardrags' war against a third race, the Gorgs. Humankind hoped that the settlers would discover utopia, but all they've found are new wars, new enemies, and new ways of killing. The relationship between the Vardrags and the Gorgs was never a close one, but war only erupted after the recent cataclysm. For reasons unknown, The wormhole system that linked their solar systems started to realign, throwing vast interplanetary empires into chaos. The tunnels could no longer be used to connect the different regions, leaving remote provinces isolated. The Gorgs held the Vardrags responsible, believing them to be the only ones capable of causing a disaster of such massive proportions. However, the human settlers explained to me that according to the Vardrags, the realignment of the wormholes is the work of the mechanoids, some kind of rogue AIs. The mechanoids possess terrifyingly advanced skills and abilities. Just talking about them makes the Vardrags nervous. By the sound of it, with good reason. They think that the collapse of some well-known stars are also caused by the mechanoids. All the evidence we have seen so far suggests that the object that attacked the Kissaki beta station was of mechanoid origin. Footage from the Vardrag's abortive attempt to make contact a few years ago seems to confirm our suspicions. This has prompted the settlers to ban the Angel Wing from returning through the wormhole until the area we left behind has been explored. Until the probes return with their data, the settlers have invited us to enjoy the hospitality of the central colony, Noah.